Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, mental health, emotional health, and coaching paradigm. We do that as often as we can, usually several times per week. We do that for your listening pleasure and hopefully edification to bring you into a better life for yourself and for the benefit of all that's there. Um, so, um, if you are obsessed with achievement, that's kind of the day's topic. If you're trying to find balance within your life, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, whatever happens, certainly would love to be of assistance to you in that way. And so, um, this is kind of something I help people with in coaching on a regular basis. So feel free to reach out at PO Perception on Twitter and or in the About Me section of this YouTube page. Either one will lead you to a contact with me or a member of my team, and we can make something happen from there. The first thing is you have difficulty saying no. Look, a lot of times when a person is only focused on achievement, the push to become better, the push to be something bigger than you are, the push to be something bigger than you can handle being, is definitely something that you become almost obsessed with. So that obsession and the emotions related to that obsession means you'll push yourself harder than you normally would under traditional circumstances, and therefore you'll push yourself into situations where you're pushing yourself past your emotional, mental, and physical limits. The next thing in that is perfectionism. People who are super focused on achievement constantly think that everything has to be perfect in order to be valuable, and linking perfection with value can be problematic and somewhat emotionally toxic, because if the only time you're happy with yourself is when you've accomplished something deeper than you thought you could or deeper than other people think you can, ultimately you're going to have resistance to making healthy decisions, good decisions, decisions that are beneficial to you in the long and short run of it. And ultimately, then you'll get to a place where life becomes super overwhelming and very reasonably, potentially toxic and all those things. And so, finding a way to find balance between doing your best and being good with the idea that your best is enough can be very challenging for a lot of individuals. Independence is another factor. People that are very high in achievement often have difficulty asking for help and difficulty asking for other opinions, other viewpoints. This is because a person who is highly achievement motivated believes that they have to do everything within themselves, self-contained, because otherwise the achievement doesn't mean as much, and or that they feel like other people are going to see them as weak or less than if they need or require or are requesting consistent help. The challenge with that becomes you may not have all the skills necessary to achieve at the level you're capable of achieving on a natural basis. But the fact of the matter is, when you are trying to do everything on your own power and in your own way, there may be things you miss out on, but you may not be willing to see that if you are, you know, out of balance to that degree. The next thing there is self-hatred. So imperfection and or things not going according to plan, not having everything planned out exactly in the way that you believe you should, will ultimately lead you to doubt yourself, hate yourself, be self-critical, be self-deprecating, and ultimately make yourself kind of push yourself into places that don't serve you well. When you begin to understand that not serving yourself well comes down to the toxic nature of how you treat yourself and the balance therein, you'll have a lot more difficulty with just social interaction and emotional interaction as it relates to making better decisions for your own benefit in the long and short run of things. Making those decisions, though, ultimately becomes hinged upon how people see you and the public image that's associated with it. That means ultimately that you will neglect very often self-care. Now, basic self-care could be something as simple as, spending time resting or taking time to take care of your basic needs, eating well, sleeping well, those types of things, because the sense of achievement matters more to you than your own well-being, and it actually becomes addictive in nature for some people, because what they achieve matters more than their comfort, matters more than their sentience and being able to make long-term healthy and helpful decisions for their own benefit. So hopefully this is helpful. I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.